Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today I am going to be walking you through the process of how I created this design from beginning to end. I'm going to take you through the Midjourney Discord server, and then I'm going to take you to create your image, and then I'm going to take you into Canva so that we can get it sized and everything like we need to inside of Canva. We're going to save that, and then we're going to go into Microsoft PowerPoint. We're going to upload this image into Microsoft PowerPoint, not this particular image, but whatever image your Discord server creates based on the prompt that I'm going to give you. And then we're going to print it out in Microsoft PowerPoint using borderless printing. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to heat press this onto our the image onto the tumbler as you see here. All right. So without further ado, it is time to get this party started. So if you want to learn how to turn your tumbler into a really nice design because Christmas is coming, guys, then stay tuned. I'm going to walk you through the entire process. All right. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, here we are inside Midjourney's Discord server. And so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to give you the prompt that I'm actually using. So inside Midjourney, I'm going to show you this is the prompt that you see before you on your screen. So African chibi teens, age 15 plus, afro-caribbean likeness, both wearing a Christmas sweater, holding a gift in their hands, long braided updo hairstyles, both wearing glasses, smiling, very smooth chocolate skin, center composition, shopping center in the background. I have this on a style of 500 and an aspect ratio of 18:16. I will put this in the description of this video tutorial. If you just want to copy it, just go to the description, click on more, or click on more, and in the description, you'll copy this. Okay. Now it's not going to give you this exact same image, but it will give you images in the likeness. Okay, in the likeness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this prompt again. So I'm just going to say open and no, I'm going to say copy full command, and then I'm going to go over to the Discord server. And just so you can see how you would just pop it in, I'm going to do / imagine. And then I'm going to control V as in Victor and paste that prompt in and enter. Now, again, it's not going to give you the exact same image that I am creating, but it will give you the image in its likeness. So it's going to give us 4 images here that we can use all 4 images and keep those and save those, or we can use 1 or 2 of them, whichever ones we like the most. You don't have to use all 4 of them. Totally up to you. Now, since we're doing skinny tumblers, guys, you do want to make sure if you change anything, you don't want to change this aspect ratio. You do want to have the 2 hyphens, AR space 18:16. You do want to have that in there, okay, for your sizing for your skinny tumbler. All right. So these are the images that Midjourney created for us. You can see they're very similar to mine, but not the same. You still got your girls with, braided updos, both wearing glasses, and some of them, because we had that style variance, you do have a little bit of a difference with, 2 of them having their hair down for the most part, but similar. All right. So that's how you're going to generate your images. This is image 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. All right. If you decide, okay, I like image 2, you're going to click on U2. And that stands for upscaling 2, upscaling image 2, all right? That's the image that you would be working with. Now, see, now that I've done this, I want to use this image. I just get so mad at myself sometimes. I do it to myself. Okay, I'm going to use this image. I was going to use the image that I had on my screen up here, but I'm going to go ahead. I was going to use this image, but now I'm going to go ahead and use this image. Okay. All right. So once you get your image, guys, you're going to click on the image after you've upscaled it. You're going to click on the image. You're going to select this link right here that says open in browser. And then you're going to right click, save image as. All right. So I'm going to save this in my 922 folder, and I'm just going to call it Sisters. Oh, Sisters 1. And I'm saving it as a PNG. So we're going to save that. So now we have our file saved. You can save it to wherever you want to on your computer. And now we're going to go into Canva. And now in Canva, we are going to have our sizing set based on the size of our tumbler. My tumbler is going to be a 9.3 in width and a 7.9 in height. Okay. Again, 9.3 in width, 7.9 in height. That's what I'm going to be using. Make sure you are going to be putting in the size of what your tumbler is, okay, because all tumblers are not the same. So we're going to click on custom size, and we're going to put in the 9.3 and then 7.9. We're going to lock that back. So we have 9.3, 7.9. Again, you're going to use whatever is applicable per your tumbler. And we're using inches and not pixels here. And then you're going to click on Create New Design. And Canva now has that document size on your screen for you to work with of 9.3 by 7.9 or whatever size you put in. You can actually title your slide here. We're just going to say Merry Christmas. Okay. And we're going to click File, Save. So now we have a Merry Christmas file that we're going to bring that image into. Okay. So now we're going to go over to the left and we're going to select Uploads, Upload File. And we're going to grab that folder or that image that we just brought in. And I think I called it I think, all right, I thought I put it in that folder. Maybe I didn't. All right. Oh, I haven't even moved it yet. Oh, guys. Okay, wait a minute. Yes, I did. I did move it. Okay, so we're going to go upload files. And what did I call that file? Oh, this is it. Two Christmas Sisters, I think. Well, nope, that's not it because the timing is wrong. This is it right here. I thought I changed the name. Oh, no, I didn't. I just saved it. I'm losing my mind, y'all. Let me go back to Etsy. I mean, not to Etsy, but to Discord and make sure. Okay, so we're gonna put this. I'm gonna make sure I put it in the right folder, a 922 folder, and I'm just gonna call them Twin Sisters. I saved it somewhere. I wasn't even paying attention. Twin Sisters and save because I want you guys to see I'm using the same image. All right, so we're gonna go back over to Canva, and I'm gonna delete these because I don't need that many in here. I already have that image and I didn't need that one. So I'm just going to delete those out. All right. So we're going to click on upload file. And now I'm going to grab that image that I brought in, Twin Sisters, and open. So that's the image that I'm working with. All right. So now we're going to take and we're going to drag that image over and have it to fill in our shape. Okay. There we go. All right, so it fills in our space, and that's what I want. If you want yours smaller, you can make it smaller, but I want mine to fill in or to cover my entire tumbler. Okay, so now I'm going to add some text, nothing fancy, just so you can see how to add text, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, how can we add text? So I'm going to show you how I would. I'm just going to put Merry Christmas right here. Okay, so we are going to click on text over here on your left hand side. I'm going to just use this add a heading, and I'm just going to type in Merry Christmas. Okay. And then I'm going to change the color to, by going up here to text color, and I'm going to change that to red. It's bright red. Let me make sure I have my text selected, and then color and red. All right, so now we have the text red. Next, I'm going to put some effects on this so it'll stand out. So I am going to click on effects, and I'm going to select lift, and I think I'm going to do an echo. And the echo I'm going to put in white. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to change my font to one of my favorites, which is Angelina. And that's what I'm doing. All right. So now I'm going to rotate this. I'm just going to click on this little, two little curved arrows here. I'm just going to hold that and drag it to the right. And till I get it right. There we go. And then I'm going to move it here. And you see that line going straight across my screen. That's to let me know that I have it centered. Okay. So we're going to leave it like that. If you want to make your text larger, you can drag it out like that to make it, you know, larger. Let me get it centered. There we go. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. Merry Christmas right there on that corner. You can make yours whatever color you want to. I'm just showing you how to add text to it. Okay. You can put the text wherever you want to based on your image, whatever makes sense. Now we're going to go ahead and save this, guys, because we've done everything we need to do in Canva. But we can go back and hit the file save again since we've made changes since we saved it the last time, just to be certain. We're going to click share and download. And I like to click save download settings, guys. That way when I go into Microsoft PowerPoint, it should pull up with that same 9.3 by 7.9. It should. We're going to click download. And then we're going to go to Microsoft PowerPoint. And in Microsoft PowerPoint, guys, I'm going to close this out and reopen it just for those that are not familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint. So I'm going to open up PowerPoint from the beginning, because I'm trying to make this video so there's no questions left about what to do. All right, so here we have Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm going to go to the menu and select Design, Slide Size, Custom. And we're going to put it on a width of 11. We're going to switch the numbers around so we can get it in the landscape position. So we're going to do 8.5 by 11, like that, to put it in the portrait position, and click OK. And then we're going to select Ensure Fit. And then on the slide to the left, we're just going to right click it and select Layout and choose Blank. Now we're going to go and grab our image from wherever we saved it on our computer. So Insert Picture, this device. And I think I called it Merry Christmas. There we have it. All right. So that is the image that we are using. And we got our Merry Christmas and everything looks good. And look at our sizing. It came in at 9.3 by 7.9. So we do not have to adjust the sizing. Okay. The only thing we need to do in here, guys, is we're going to click on our image and rotate this baby, flip horizontal, which is going to put it in mirror position. So we are mirroring our image, which is what you need to do when you're doing sublimation. Okay. Now we are done. We're going to go to File, Print, And we're going to click on print current slide. We only just want this one slide to print. And I'm going to make sure I put this on my 7720. So Epson Workforce 7720, printer properties. I'm going to make sure I have the main tray. I have it in landscape position, and I'm going to click on advanced. And this is where you want to make sure, guys, you have it on borderless printing. And I'm going to use high quality, and everything else is good. Okay, so we're going to click OK, OK, and print. And I hope it recognizes my borderless printing because it looks a little weird to me. Okay, it is on. All right, so we're going to get this printed out, and then we're going to cut away this excess border that we see around here because our paper is larger than our image size. So we're going to trim away this excess white border, and then we're going to be ready to go ahead and press this onto our tumbler. All right, so I'm going to come up on the screen now. All right, guys, so we have our tumbler. Remember, you always want to wipe your tumblers down with alcohol, guys, because we get all kinds of fingerprints and stuff like that when we're handling these. So before you actually sublimate onto it, you want to make sure you wipe it down with alcohol and then just let it air dry, okay? So here is our image. And for those of you that are new to sublimation, it's going to be dull. It's not going to become vibrant until we apply heat. Okay, apply heat, and then it'll become vibrant. So what we're going to do is go ahead and trim off this excess white that I told you about. We're going to trim that off. And guys, you want to make sure that you get all of that excess white off, because if you don't, you're going to end up with a seam of white going down the side of your tumbler, and it just doesn't look nice. So you want to get it as close to that edge as possible without cutting into your image. You want to get that white off, okay? So we're going to go ahead and cut that off because we don't want it to show a white seam. I know I did this one time and I thought I was close, and that white stuck its head out, and I was so mad at myself. So I try to make sure that I get very close without cutting into my image. Now, you know, you could have the cutter cut this for you, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut it myself. All right, so Christmas is coming, guys. Y'all got to start getting ready for Christmas. I'm giving you an idea right now. Either sell your tumbler wraps or sell the actual tumblers. It's up to you. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this on. Make sure it fits. Looks good. Perfecto. It is perfecto. All right, so I'm going to go and I'm going to put this on. We're going to take this image, wrap it around our tumbler. Always make sure your image is going in the right direction. The last thing you want to do is have this upside down and sublimate it. And now you got an upside down image. And, you know, especially if you're making this to sell to somebody and you just wasted a tumbler and your time and everything else. So always make sure your image is going in the right position before you put that tape down. All right. So I'm going to go in the room now where my heat press is because I don't have enough room in here in my craft room. I'm already out of space, y'all. It's already out of space. I don't. All right. So I have just a little bit of overlap, but it's not going to be anything major because it's already dark. I'm going to show you. It's already darker right here on this side, so it's not going to make that big of a difference. I'm not going to cut any more off because I don't want to cut it too short, and then I have an issue with it being the size that I need it, and I can't close that seam. Okay, so just a little teensy wincy little overage, but it's perfect. We're gonna go ahead. We're going to see. All right, guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down because I have touched it quite a bit with my hands. So I'm just going to slide my hand inside of the tumbler. to keep from having to touch the outer side. And I'm just taking a cotton swab and just going all the way around the tumbler. All right, I'm gonna make sure that you don't have fingerprints and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna let this air dry while we press or get our, just let it down like that. Now, with our heat press, guys, we're gonna make sure that we put a tumbler inside of our press as it's heating. You wanna make sure that you do not, use this without having a tumbler on the inside while it's heating. Now, when you close it, you wanna make sure that you cannot push that tumbler. So I'm taking my hand and seeing if that tumbler will move. If that tumbler moves, that means that you do not have the pressure here set, and you need to adjust that pressure to tighten it, okay? So you're gonna need 2 tumblers, guys. One that's gonna be inside here as the unit is heating up. So we're gonna go ahead and cut it on. I have it set at 356 for 50 seconds. So we're gonna go ahead and close this and let it heat up. And while it's doing that, we're going to try to get our image on before it starts beeping, because it heats up pretty fast. All right, so while that's heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap my image around my tumbler and get my tape on. All right, you wanna make sure it's wrapped around there tight. So I'm just gonna put it down and wrap. I wanna make sure it's not crooked. All right, we got that. And we're just gonna tape it closed. All right, I'm gonna turn it off, because I knew it was gonna heat fast, but I didn't know it was gonna heat that fast. That tumbler press do not play. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get this baby taped up. And then we're gonna tape off the top and the bottom. You wanna make sure there is no air gonna be able to get in between this image and this tumbler. So I'm wrapping tightly around the top of the tumbler. And then we're gonna take and roll that tape on the inside. Roll that tape on the inside. All right, just push that down. We just wanna make sure that we seal off the ability for us to get any air in there. We're just gonna take it and do it like that. And then we're gonna put one around the bottom. Again, pulling tightly. Just like that. And we're gonna close off that bottom. Now, if you guys did not see my previous tutorial when I was using this Enure tumbler heat press, I got these 8 tumblers off of Amazon. It came in the little gift boxes with all the trimmings and everything that you need to do sublimation, minus your image and all your big stuff, your equipment and stuff, for $37. So make sure you check the my Amazon store, because I do have them linked in my Amazon store and in the description of this video tutorial. All right, we're gonna go ahead and cut this baby back on. Make sure these plastic pieces are not inside your tumbler when you get ready to press them, because this supplier puts the rubber pieces on the inside of the tumbler, so make sure you take those out. So we're gonna press this at 356 for 50 seconds twice, and then we're going to press it at 90 seconds and 40 seconds. Each time we're going to rotate our tumbler to make sure that it gets even heat source. All right. And I'm going to grab my heat glove. Sorry about that. Grab my heat glove because you don't want to touch this tumbler when it come out because it's going to be hot. You do not want to touch it with your bare hands. So I have my heat gloves on. All right. It's ready to rock and roll. We're going to take that one out and we're going to put this one in and we're going to close it. So we're going to go 50 seconds. And then we're going to open it up. We're going to rotate the tumbler. We're going to go an additional 50 seconds. We're going to open it up. We're going to set our timing at 90 seconds. We're going to rotate it, close it back up. Then we're going to open it, roll it, rotate it again, and set our settings for 40 seconds, and we'll be done. We're going to let this completely cool down before we start putting our hands on it, okay? Without our heat gloves, of course. All right, we're at 12 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna rotate. And we're gonna go for another 50 seconds. So make sure, guys, you're going to need heat tape for this particular project. And I highly recommend heat gloves, guys, that you work with some heat gloves. This heat press is the Inure tumbler heat press that you can also get off Amazon. It runs about $200. And I'll have all of this stuff that I use. It is linked in my video description, guys. All you have to do is check out my Amazon store. Now this time we're going to rotate, but we're going to change the timing to 90 seconds. Okay, rotate it. And this time we're going to set it at 90 seconds. So we're going to increase our time. Set, hit that twice and change this to 90. And set again and close. Now next time we're going to do 40 seconds and we'll be done. So it seems like a lot, but it really isn't, guys. The first time I did it, I thought it was a bit much, but it's really not. It's really quick. And I am using the settings according to Inure or Inure. I'm using their recommendations. I don't know why I always want to say Inure because of the O-U-R. All right, so I'm going to let that one run. We're at 43 seconds. We're going to bump it down to 40 seconds for this last run, and then we'll be done. Each time, guys, do not forget to rotate this tumbler. We're at 26 seconds. Almost there. I just want you guys to see the whole process. All right, rotate. And this time we're going to hit set, long press it, and we're going to change now to 40 seconds. And set. There we go. I hit it for 39, but we'll be fine. All right, so after this, we're gonna let it cool down because I'm not gonna handle this while it's hot. You guys feel free to do whatever you like to do, but I'm gonna let mine cool down because this baby is gonna be piping hot when it comes out. Like this one still feels warm. This is the one that we put inside while we were warming it up. It still has a little warmth to it. So I'm gonna let it cool down for about 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it out. Now you should start to see the ink bleed through. You guys can see the ink is starting to bleed through there. We can see the little face. And even with this glove on, it is hot. So go ahead and cut your tumbler press off. We're gonna let this cool down for 5 minutes and then we'll unveil it together. All right, guys, we got it cooled enough to where we can go ahead and touch it now without our heat gloves on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started to be taken off. All right, got some paper on it, so I'm gonna have to wash it. You can see I got some paper right there. So don't panic, that happens sometimes, but it's not permanent. Once I wash it, it's gonna be good to go. All right, we're done. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna wash it, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished product on the spinner. So give me 1 second. All right, guys, here's our completed tumbler. See, we got our Merry Christmas on there. Got our 2 little cute sisters on there holding their gifts. Notice you don't see any white seam. So we closed off that seam really good. Got our Merry Christmas. Turned out really nice. All right, and that's how you can do your 20-ounce skinny tumblers. Now the only recommendation I would make if you're going to be selling these as tumbler wraps, I would highly recommend that you make your image size in Canva a little bit larger so that you can accommodate, you know, whatever size tumbler they may be using. So I did this one as just a personal one for me, so that's why I saved my system settings. Again, if you're going to be selling these as tumbler wraps, I would avoid that step of saving the settings in Canva, and make the sizing a little larger so that you can accommodate whatever size tumbler, 20-ounce tumbler they may be using. All right, so theirs may be a little bit taller than yours may be, so you want to take that into consideration when you are setting the sizing inside of Canva. All right, guys, that is it. That's my story, guys. If you're currently in my Facebook group, I want to thank you guys so much for following me via Facebook. My group is Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. And if you would like to join my Facebook group, just click the link in the description for my Facebook group. Agree to the Facebook group rules, and we will get you in, okay? And then if you're currently subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and support that you show via YouTube. If you're seeing me teach for the first time and you like my method of teaching, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I appreciate you guys. And that's it. That is the process of walking through from Discord through Canva into PowerPoint and creating our very own 20-ounce skinny tumbler designed out from the very beginning. And again, I will put the prompt that I use for this in the description of this video tutorial. All right, guys, you know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.